Hey, what's up, my Koopa Troop? It's Koops. Welcome back to some more Plants vs. Zombies. Guys, I'm excited in this episode because I'm going to bring you one of the most broken pea shooters in the game, in my opinion. It might not be the most broken or anything like that, and other people might have disagreements on that statement, but I believe it is one of the most broken ones in the game because of how good it is. I mean, I guess the price is what would justify its high cost, its worthfulness, because it is so good. And I'm talking obviously about the Threepeater here. Now, I don't know, you guys haven't seen it yet in the LP, it's just coming up right now, but the Threepeater, you can see at the top here is 325 sun. Real expensive plant. Real good plant, though. And I'll explain why when we get to planting it. Because, from my experience, there really isn't a whole lot that actually beats the Threepeater. Especially with some other combination of plants, which I don't even have all of them yet. But it doesn't really matter. It's just so good. It works well on its own. Now, the reason why is when you plant it down, the Threepeater shoots peas in 3 lanes. So where a repeater shoots double the peas in 1 lane, and a pea shooter shoots a single pea in 1 lane, the Threepeater shoots, the Threepeater shoots one individual pea in 3 lanes. So it splits out and shoots into 3 lanes. Well, because of that fact, if you plant the Threepeater in a smart location, it is really overpowered. And I say that because you can defend an entire, half the side of the board with the Threepeater. Very easily, actually. Alright, so we got one zombie coming up here. I don't have anything really ready for him, but now I got the squash just recharging just in time, which will take him out. So we're looking pretty well set up here. I'm trying to get the economy going, as you guys know, because this is one of those levels where you really need to work on that. So I'm gonna go ahead and defend this guy actually, because he hasn't taken much damage. He's gonna munch through a bunch of my plants, and I don't want that. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop him there with a walnut right now. It's a little early to be planting a walnut, but otherwise he'd eat through maybe 1 or 2 of my plants, and that's not really worth the cost either. So that's why I did that. We'll go ahead and plant a squash there. That'll defend that row. So you can see I've got pretty much a large portion of the field already planted with my sunflowers. I haven't been able to plant all of them everywhere just yet. I have enough now for the Threepeater. I'm almost there yet. Almost ready for that Threepeater. And I think we're getting pretty close to being able to start planting a bunch of those. So here's what's awesome about the Threepeater. If I plant it in this row right back here, you can see now, well actually you won't be able to see because unfortunately they all went in the wrong columns where I didn't want them to go. I'll go ahead and plant the squash there. That'll get rid of that guy. Start planting my next walnut. There's a guy walking all the way down. I'll go ahead and plant a potato mine to greet him at the back there. Now we can get another Threepeater here. Now I'm not going to plant that Threepeater just yet because I want this guy to get rid of that potato mine for me. If I kill him too early, it won't be worth it. But he's not going to be killed now by my Threepeater, so I'll put it back. Oh, I put it in the wrong spot. Yikes, that was a mistake. You put the Threepeater in the spots right there, and it defends the entire board if you do it right. Now I completely messed up. I meant to plant it there. That's where I wanted to plant it. And it will shoot down all of the rows. So you can see all of my water rows are now defended, all of my back rows are defended. Now, I completely messed up with that Threepeater there, which is embarrassing to say the least. But that's what happens when you have fat fingers. Things go wrong real quickly. That's alright. I'm not too worried about it. Plant a second one there. So you can see if I can start planting all my Threepeaters down in that row, that'll really just, I can start defending everything with that. Now, the downside of the Threepeater is it's not very powerful. As you might be able to tell, it's not killing these zombies super fast or anything like that. The upside is that you don't need a whole lot of plants now to defend all of the rows. Now I have 4 bullets, or I guess I should say 2 bullets each coming down that main row. Ugh, I forgot about these zombies here. I'll go ahead and squash him. Get rid of those 2 guys. Now, normally those guys they sink underwater, and so you can't get them until they pop their heads up when they're eating another plant, which is the annoying thing with them. So that's why I like to plant walnuts in those water levels, in those water areas, so these zombies have to come up and eat the walnut, and they'll lose their head in the process. Now we're pretty set up. We're just trying to save money for our Threepeaters as they come up. There we go. So you can see with that, we've started defending huge amounts of space. Oh, it's really bothering me that we have a Threepeater in this bottom row. It actually is not a bad thing or a problem, it's just kind of weird. Because I normally would never put them there because that's kind of a waste. One, you know, they can shoot in 3 rows and now they're actually losing an entire row. It's a waste of their abilities, to be honest with you. But that's okay, nonetheless. See, I don't need to plant any more plants really around because the Threepeaters are taking care of everything. And now I have a walnut wall, so I'm actually really good here. But what I'll start doing now is actually digging up plants here and putting a Threepeater here. Just keep with the wall of Threepeaters. And what you can do actually is you can start putting more sun in the entire water area because you don't need any lily pads with shooting plants. You've actually covered all of the water areas with your Threepeaters. So that's where I think they get so good, is that you can just keep doing this. I don't even need plants on the outside. I'm just doing that to waste money essentially because I don't need. I have extra money here now. But you can see that you don't, you're defended. That's what's so good about the Threepeater, in my opinion. I would literally, you could use just 2 rows of plants, of shooting plants, and that will defend your entire field. And all the rest of it, you can plant sunflowers. And the sunflowers just keep making you money to plant more of the Threepeaters. And you can defend the extra sides with more plants if you want to, if you need to, but it's not really necessary. Now here's the last attack of zombies. You're gonna get through some stuff because, unfortunately, there was a breach there as they popped their heads up. I can go ahead and plant one of these and plant another walnut, so the breach has now been taken care of. Essentially, they're not gonna be able to get through that. A second walnut there, but you can see that with the Threepeaters, you can defend real easily the entire board, just like that. So that's why I love the Threepeater strategy. You really, like I said, you could use just that plant. And in fact, I've done it, where you use a couple of explosion ones to start off the game, and the rest of the game you just use Threepeaters. I might actually give that a try in this next level. So here's a Tangle Kelp. It's an aquatic plant that pulls a zombie underwater. It is essentially the same as the Potato Mine. It pulls one zombie underwater. It is good. It is not the best. I mean, I should say not even that good. I don't really like them that much, and my reason being that you just don't, there's not much of a use for them, I should say, like that you just don't need them that much. I'll go ahead and use them in this one just to show them off. I'll try and back up my word here by having only 1 shooting plant. I will not use a pea shooter or anything else. So I will try and use only the Threepeater to kill everyone. And in the meantime, at the start of the game, as I get my economy up, I will use all of the other exploding things to work on it. So because of this, I can actually now do something interesting. I can plant my plants in the far back corners here. Now, normally I wouldn't do this, as you guys know, because I would plant shooting plants in the back and use the sunflowers as defense. The thing is, though, in this time around, I don't need that. I don't need the sunflowers in defense. I mean, it's because I'm going to have the Threepeaters taking up the entire rows. So that's the benefit there. Now, there's a guy coming down that row. I'll go ahead and plant one of these to defend that row there, so that will kill off that guy. In the meantime, I'm just building my sunflowers up on the sides here, because I'll build my sunflowers in the sides and in the water lanes is essentially where I'll put them. Now, the backyard water levels are actually slightly more difficult because you might have noticed there's actually 6 lanes. In the other levels, in the night levels and in the front yard levels, there actually is only 5 lanes. When you add the water levels in, they actually have 6 lanes. It's a little bit interesting that they do that. I'm not 100% sure on why that is. It just is the way it worked out, I'll go ahead and plant that behind him because he can't turn around and go get that. For defense here, I'll start planting those guys because they take quite a while to recharge. My biggest downside to them is that they just take a while. Like you plant them and they just, for quite some time, they don't recharge. And so that's my only real issue with that plant. Otherwise, it's pretty good. It's essentially the same, like I said, as the Potato Mine. Just takes a long time to recharge. All right, now my economy's starting to look good. I can start defending a row with the Threepeater. So I'll go ahead and plant him there. And I don't think that will kill that zombie off in time. It might. It'll be kind of close. We shall see if that will do the trick or not. I will go ahead and plant a Potato Mine there, take out those guys. Now I can start planting my lily pads in the back here and planting more sunflowers. The lily pads take a little while to recharge, but that's just part of the game. You know, so you can't just keep spamming them. That guy looks like he will munch on some things. I don't want him to munch on all of my stuff, so I will take him out with that. I don't have enough Threepeaters yet in that area. I actually will plant a walnut up here. That'll give me some defense to plant more sunflowers behind. I go ahead and plant another one of these. I might as well. My reason being that, you know, you might as well. I mean, I'll have plenty of Threepeaters defending that area as well, but it'll just work better that way. So now that side's still perfectly defended. It's got 2 potato mines ready to go over that side. So I can keep working on planting my repeaters, my Threepeaters down here. I'm going to wait till this guy dies before planting it so he doesn't start munching on that. So you can see now I can start working on my upper levels up that way. I'll go ahead and plant a potato mine right there and a squash right there as I keep planting Threepeaters down on this side. Now I'm really just trying to, like, normally you'd balance them out, but my thing is that I'm trying to really just get this one side nicely defended, which is what I'm doing. Oh, this could be a problem. Here's going to be a guy jumping over, but I think the squash will turn around and get him. Yes, he will. So even the famous pole vaulting zombie can't defeat the squash. All right, so there we go. Now we're pretty well set up on the one side over there. So I can start working on this other side. No, I don't need that. I'll go ahead and plant this potato mine there in the meantime. Now I need to start working on my Threepeaters on that side, which is what I will be doing. All right, so that guy probably won't even get to that potato mine, but the potato mine is there on defense. There we go. Now I have another guy right here. Let's see if he gets hit. Boom, he's gone. All right. Now we are actually fairly good on money. I probably could plant a couple more sunflowers because really, up here in the front especially, I'm not going to plant Threepeaters all the way up there. I'm not going to have ever enough money to do that. But I'm starting to make enough money now that I can start planting these guys. There goes that zombie munch on that stuff. I should start planting the walnuts in the water areas, but I don't need to just yet. In fact, the zombies aren't doing too well in the water areas anyways. There's plenty of stuff to get in their way. Oh, these guys can pole vault over. That's a little bit annoying. They'll start munching on my plants a little bit, but they're still going to die, so I'm not worried about it too much. I guess to be smart, because I know there's pole vaulting zombies, I probably should plant a second wall of walnuts. But I don't really need to. In fact, I can actually, if I want to, I can plant my second walnut even further up ahead. Now, none of the zombies have actually gotten killed by these by these things yet. Oh, that bucket zombie's about to die, though. That's going to be funny. See, now, the thing is, what's better about these than the potato mines, they just kill a zombie instantly. You know, whereas other things, it takes some time. These things just pull them under right away. So they're actually probably better than potato mines for the water. But they have, you know, other downsides to them. So now I've got a real good defense there. I guess I can start getting rid of those, what are they called? These sea kelp things? I don't know exactly what they are, but doesn't really matter. I'm going to start planting a second wall, probably, of walnuts, because otherwise my Threepeaters will start getting eaten on by those pole vaulting zombies, which I don't want. Plant something there. That'll take that guy out. Yeah, we're looking pretty good, guys, at this point in time. You can see how good the Threepeater actually is. I've only got 2 rows of actual plants, and the rest of the areas of shooting plants, and the rest of the areas are completely covered by, you know, murderous other things. So it does not look too good for the zombies now, you know? They just really don't have much of a way of getting through past all of this. Go ahead and plant that there. I'll take one of those guys underneath. The other guy lost his head. Yeah, it's just not looking too good. Not looking too good. I don't have to even worry about those zombies that are digging underneath. Now I actually have enough money that the Threepeaters I have more than enough. So I can start deleting back here and putting second Threepeaters. Now, you know, those will just help double the water area coverage as well as that one side on the land. Threepeaters respawn real quickly, which is the good news there. The only downside, you know, not downside, I should say, they just cost a lot, but it's not going to be much of a problem. Alright, so now I'm perfectly defended against the pole vaulting zombies, because they can't really get to my line of Threepeaters, which is where I really need the defense. And all the other zombies are just dying in this middle area here. Alright, I'll go ahead and plant one there. As soon as they pop their heads up, they're going to die. I'm almost ready for that potato, not the potato, the walnut here. Come on, walnut, baby. There we go. Alright, so we are looking good to go on defense. We've got plenty of Threepeaters around. I can start planting more potato mines, things like that, around just to not waste money, but to have them all set up there. I have extra money, so it's not really much of an issue here. Plant a potato mine just, for the heck of it. Why not? I've got more than enough money. Go ahead and plant one of those there. Plant a second. Well, not many places to plant it. There's another walnut there. We are looking good, guys. This is just a massacre for these poor zombies that are trying real hard to get in here and kill me, but it's not going to happen. That guy's got to go through 2 walnuts, and he's getting barraged by plenty of pea shooters. So you can see, this is a really fun setup. I used no other shooters other than the Threepeater. And as long as you build it smartly, you can defend against pretty much anything. So that's another strategy there. You got to see the kelp thing in action. I forget its name, but it doesn't really matter. It's a kelp thing. And we found some bacon. What are we going to do with bacon? Well, we're going to eat it probably. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Next episode, we'll find out more about what we're going to do with that bacon. So until then, guys, take it easy. Peace.